Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Anup here. This is going to be the part 3 of AgentOps Commander. This is called the Boilerplate code setup. I'm going to show you what are the code setups so far I have done. This is just the base. From there, we are going to start the development from this week onwards. Okay. If you see this one, this is a monorepo. That means the infra web UI backend, everything is in single repo. It's not going to be the same when we go to the enterprise level. There will be different systems will be handled with different repo. That is, front end will be in one repo, the backend will be in different repo, and mobile application will be in different repo. Those all will be communicating through the endpoint API endpoints. But here we are going to implement it using the single monorepo application system, and this is completely working on Docker, that we are using Docker Compose to compose all these components together and work together. And for the IAC, that is infrastructure as a code, we are using Terraform. And I have little bit I have done the backend scaffold, the folder structures and basic components and all. I just install, not install, just created. Okay, the monorepo structure, if you see, along with this, I can show you in the VS Code also. This is a project 3. If you see, this is the backend and backend directory. All the backend related code will go to this location. Inside this, there is an app directory, and here's the all the API related stuff is going to be come here. Okay, agent.py. This is just nothing. It says initial small setup code. Nothing is there. Just few functions. And next, come to the front end. Front end, nothing is there. Nothing created so far. No script. Only init script or something will be there. And come to the AgentOps, that is AgentOps infra, that is the infrastructure. We are handling the infrastructure using the Terraform. There is a bootstrap directory there. There we have the main.terraform file, and these are the environment variables, and this is the Terraform module directory. Next, come to the mobile app. Nothing will be there as of now. No coding has been done. Okay, this is our code setup in VS Code. This is say the same code is available in the GitHub also. Let me go to the GitHub and show you the code repository. This is the project 3. You can just clone the development branch. We have 3 branches are there: main, testing, and development. All the code should go to the development. You have to create a feature branch from the development branch. I think I have already shared how to do all this branching and all. There is a Git document I have shared. You can follow the document. If you don't have, you can just contact me or the WhatsApp. I'll share those. And all the code has to be merged into the development branch. You had to clone the development branch, and then we had to create a feature branch out of it. All the coding, what you're going to do, it has to go to the feature branch. From the feature branch, the merging has to be done to the development branch. Once all the development is done, then we will merge that code to the testing branch. All the testing will go to there. The QA team will do all the testing. Then we are going to migrate this code to the main branch. That only after thorough testing and all, we'll do the migration to the main branch. And for this code, I have already enabled the CI/CD pipeline, and all the lint check, rough check, and everything will be done beforehand at your local repository. So while you're doing the commit itself, it will check. Only after that, it will be allowed to do the git commit and git push in the remote repository. And this is what I am trying to say with this slide. That is monorepo structure at glance. Next, come to the phase 1, that is a local development step. These are the Postgres, Redis, and Cotton. These are all used. We are building everything, testing everything in the Docker, a Docker desktop. So you had to install the Docker desktop in your machine. And these Postgres, Redis, and Cotton, everything we can install local machine using the Docker hub, and we can do the testing. And share TypeScript package. These are the share libraries. Agent, trace, user, notification, payment, API, and everything will go to the source. And then source constant. This is the API route TypeScript files, and color.typescript and config.typescript files. Then utils, that format is validators data and VA test all will come here. Then backend scaffold. These are the backend scaffold structure that I have already shown. Um, AgentOps backend, that is app API version 1, AgentOps backend app core, there is a core configuration files that are there, and models, SQL Alchemy models, that is for the ORM and all, object relational mapping and all. Then come to the schema, that is Pydantic validation for schema validation, and test for all the Python tests, but not the Python unit test and integration test will come here. And this is the phase 3, that is infrastructure setup using Terraform. Terraform root directory is AgentOps infra. I have shown you here. This is AgentOps infra. If you see here, we have the Terraform module, Terraform directories here, inside which we have all this bootstrap script will go here, and environment variables will come here, and then we have the modules. Each service will have separate modules. This is what I am explaining in this slide. And two-step to deploy. One is bootstrap once. You can go to the infrastructure Terraform bootstrap directory and Terraform init and Terraform apply. It will apply the Terraform application that will start deploying the application. And this is for the bootstrap, that's for the production. Dev step, we are going to test it locally. The first step we will be doing only at the end of the project, also nothing as of now. For this dev step, we can go to the environment and dev, then do the Terraform init and backend configuration, backend.htcl. HCL is the HashiCorp language, HCL, and then Terraform apply, it will deploy the application locally. Reverse folders, reserve folders, that is the function, that is for the actual functions. SDK for software development kit, that is Python and TypeScript and Go. Then infrastructure Helm, that's AWS Helm chart. Boilerplate versus product code. This is area monorepo turbo workspace is runnable, is already done. Docker Compose already done. Share types already done. Fast API, this is already done. And Web UI, it is going to be in phase 7. Mobile app, it's in phase 15. So, Alembic, DB, these ORM models, DB models and all authentication. There is phase 3.2. 3.2 to phase 3.7, we are going to implement the authentication and authorization. I should have environment setup that is using Terraform is already done. AKS deployment phase 3.9, and that is going to come once you start the actual development. Actual functional workload that is on the later phase if I decide to do that. Okay, what is a boilerplate use? It's a turbo monorepo it's giving, and local data plane, Docker Compose, where the production extensions, and fast API skeleton ready for domain service to open a documents. Next step, we have to go ahead with the health check, database, Alembic, agent registry, all tracked in the .cloud task.md. If you see the task.md file, each and every phase will have subphases or subtasks. Each subtask is assigned with separate GitHub feature branch that I will show you. You have to create those feature branch, and from there you have to create that particular development. This is all about the presentation. Let me show you this task.md file also. If you go to Cloud, you can see this task.md file. This is around 22 stages are there, 22 phases are there, and each phase is divided into subtasks. If you see this phase 2, we have around 10 subtasks. Phase 1 and phase 2 is already done. I think phase 3 started, phase 4 also started. These are the basic things we need to do for this boilerplate code setup, and the rest of the things are pending. We are going to start the development from this week onwards. It's around, you see, it's around 132 subtasks are there, spanning across 22 phases. This is all the boilerplate code setup, and we are going to start from here. Let's talk to them. See you. Stay tuned for the next update on this channel. See you all. Bye. Have a good day.